And then waiting for Stefanos in the third round is likely going to be Félix Auger-Aliassime, another one of my faves. So who I feel like you are hot and cold on Félix. I feel like I've heard you give Félix a little bit of a hard time, but he's been having a pretty good year. And
has he?
See, here we go. Well, let's put it this way. He's been winning some matches, you know, compared to where he was at what last year was a pretty rough year for him.
Yeah, he only won
this year.
He only got out of the first round of the Grand Slams once last year. So this year is better. But then also we're talking about the same guy. Speaking of Kokkinakis, Félix Auger-Aliassime lost to Kokkinakis in the first round of Wimbledon this year after having multiple match points. So, you know, but it's also the same guy that's coming off of a bronze medal in mixed doubles in the Olympics.
Yes,
Félix is. So
the
like,
Olympics did well in singles too.
I keep things into perspective, and I also realize that Félix is now 24. He's not like the 19, 20-year-old that kind of came and like, oh, he's so athletic and covers the court like a gazelle. He also plays, Félix does, Jakub Mensik, who's an 18-year-old from the Czech Republic who has shown some strides and gets into the draw off of his own merit. He's unseeded, but I don't know. I'd like to see a Félix and Tsitsipas third round match, but I don't know how many times Tsitsipas has actually made it to the third round of the U.S. Open. So
not very many.
Yeah,
actually, not very many. I think a third round showing would be great for Stefanos, but he has a pretty nice draw. I mean, Borges in the second round, like potentially, if he can get through Kokkinakis, which I really think he should, then. I mean, he has a nice second round. That would get him to the third round. You're right. Mensik is tough. I just feel like, I don't know. I feel like Félix is due for a couple of good wins here. That he has a game that should work well at the U.S. Open.
He's been to the semi before.
You're right, though. Mensik is tough.
Yeah, it's funny, though, if they both meet, it would kind of be a matchup of players who we thought would at this point, like if we rewind to 2019, pre-pandemic, you would have thought that 2024, by now, Félix Auger-Aliassime and Tsitsipas would be close to the top 5. And here we are now in 2024, and both of them are outside the top 10. So, you know.
Yeah, and neither with a slam title.
Yep. So it's kind of like, I'm not going to say it's now or never, because I do think once Djokovic finally, I was going to say kick the bucket. I shouldn't say kick the bucket. When he finally leaves ATP Tour, I think it's going to open up opportunities all the way around for players. I'm not sure if Félix and Tsitsipas are going to be the ones to take advantage of it, because they haven't taken advantage of opportunities since, or like, you know, up until now either. So yeah, I kind of want to see that third round match happen now just because of how I talked about it. But then Medvedev is there too, and Medvedev loves the US Open.